Hi everyone, this is Mr. Moore, one of the 8th grade teachers, reading another chapter out of our book, Flying Lessons and Other Stories. The name of my story is $76.49, a story in verse, and it's by Kwame Alexander. Also, I'm at home, and my dog Kobe is here, so if he makes any noise, it's Kobe, and I apologize. How to Write a Memoir. After reading Oranges by Gary Soto, who I like, Mr. Preston, who I don't, asks us if we liked it, which I did, then makes us write, which I hate, our own memoirs. Now, make it interesting, which I'm not, he adds, looking dead at me. Question about the assignment. I know memoir is based in fact, but can it have a little fiction? My name is Monk, which is not a terrible name, but certainly not a cool one. Every single minute of every single school day, I am 2 letters away from suffering through the same lame jokes. What's up, monkey? What's up, funk? I can thank my mom for that. You see, when she went into labor with me, she was listening to Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk. I guess it could have been worse. She could have been reading Moby Dick. Once upon a time, I was uncool, useless, an empty pool in the summer, a pencil with no lead, macaroni without cheese. You get the point. I was nothing, a nobody. That was before. I was the kid who spent his weekends reading Star Wars books and magazines and reciting lines from each movie with my best friend and fellow Star Wars junkie, Hervé, who mows lawns with me so we can make money and buy more Star Wars books. So we can picture ourselves as Han Solo or Luke Skywalker flying off to some far off universe to rescue my Wonder Woman, Angel Carter. Angel Carter should be a speeding ticket because she is fine. The point is, I've never been cool. The closest I've come to having a girlfriend was last year when the 6th grader smiled at me with her pearly white gap teeth and asked if she could see my homework. I said okay, she copied it, then split like a perpendicular bisector through an acute triangle. No more smiles after that. Just the same old boring, uncool life that I've been living for the past 12 years. Until something amazing occurred. I don't exactly know how I got to be the lucky one, but I can tell you when it happened. My father, Jack Jackson, is in the Air Force. Most folks call him Major. When mom's mad at him, like when he doesn't put the toilet seat down, she calls him Major Jack Ass. We lived all over the country, and once in Bermuda, where I met Lisa Castillo, my first crush of my life. Lisa Castillo. My memory of her is a little vague. I was 8. She was about the same age, I think, but shorter, maybe. She wore white, or was it green? Like I said, I only met her once, on the beach, but I could tell by the way she threw sand in my eyes that she felt the same way about me. I've had a complicated history with girls. So here's when it happened. We were in Dad's red Ford Thunderbird on the New Jersey Turnpike, listening to Harry Potter on tape, when all of a sudden, Dad falls asleep while he's driving, and Mom yells, Jack! Which wakes me and my sister up and jolts Dad back to life just in enough time for him to avoid swerving into the 18-wheeler beside us. But not before I bang my head against the armrest in front of me. Yeah, I know. I should have had my seatbelt on. After he apologizes, Mom makes him pull off at the Thomas Edison rest area, which is kind of ironic since Edison's last breath is supposedly contained in a test tube at the Henry Ford Museum. 31 flavors. While Dad power naps in the car, Mom treats us to ice cream. Little sister, bubblegum ice cream with sprinkles. Waffle cone, of course. Mom, lime and strawberry sherbet. She's lactose intolerant. Me, a thick, supersized chocolate double fudge milkshake with 2 straws. Headache. I don't know if it was the banging of my head or the sipping the shake too fast, but I get hit hard with a sharp head pain that travels down my neck and back to my toes and then oddly back up to my head. And I feel like I'm in a cartoon because I see stars, but my eyes are wide open, so I close them. And then a sharp blue light shoots through the darkness and my eyes jolt open. Then everything's back to normal. Or so I think. So here's what happened. Monk, are you okay? You're shivering. I'm fine, Mom. All right, well, finish up. We've got to get moving, she says. And then she says something else, but her lips aren't moving. This sherbet is disgusting. Milk or no milk? Next time, I'm getting French vanilla ice cream. You want me to order you something else, Ma? I ask. What are you talking about, Monk? I'm fine. But I thought you just said. I didn't know dummies could think, says my annoying sister, right before Mom slaps her on the hand. I've told you about using that word, young lady. Sorry, Mom. And then she says something else, but her lips aren't moving either. Why is she always picking on me? Monk's her favorite. I hate him. And now they're both talking, and their mouths are shut. What is going on? I better drive, 'cause Jack almost killed us. I want a dog. And they just keep talking, or thinking, out loud, back and forth, and I just sit there, speechless, looking and listening, and it's scary and funny at the same time. Unbelievable. When we get back to the car, I text Hervé, who naturally doesn't believe me when I tell him I can hear other people's thoughts when I'm looking at them. Bet you $10 I can't, I tell him. Make it 20, sucker, he responds. Bet. I'll prove it. I text, soon as we get back to school on Monday. Mondays are quiz day in Mr. Ali's science class. I always ace them, but that was before I had a superpower to practice all weekend instead of studying biology. Mr. Ali doesn't give multiple choice and true false quizzes like most teachers at Greenwood Middle. This dude gives essay questions. Lame. There are always 2 items on each quiz that he wants us to explain in great detail, 1 paragraph per answer. Most students only get 1 right because there's just so many possibilities and it's hard to study if you haven't been paying attention in class like most students. To be fair, Mr. Ali, to be fair to Mr. Ali, he does give us 1 last chance to pass. 5 minutes before the quiz, he stands in front of the class and answers our last minute questions about anything we studied the previous week. Just like Jeopardy! I ask Hervé if he's ready for me to prove that I can read minds. He nods. Here we go. Game on. Jeopardy! I walk to Ali's desk to ask him something bogus about extra credit or something when Hervé, just like we planned, raises his hand to get Mr. Ali's attention. Yes, Hervé. Mr. Ali, I was wondering if you could tell us what's on the quiz today? Everyone in class gets quiet. Mr. Ali looks up, smiles, and continues listening to me yap about extra credit. I'm staring right at him, and that's when I hear him. Kids these days, if they just studied instead of playing those video games, maybe they'd be better prepared. Mitosis and DNA, easy stuff if you bother to study. Monk, I really need to get class started. You don't need the extra credit, but come by after school and I'll have an assignment for you. Thank you, Mr. Ali, I tell him. I wink at Hervé on my way to my seat. Okay, class, you know what time it is, Ali says. Get out your pencils for the quiz. Mr. Ali, aren't you forgetting something? Hervé asks. Yeah, Ali, we didn't do the Jeopardy thing, another student hollers. Very well, class, let's give it a go. Ali picks his stopwatch off the desk. You have 5 minutes. Anything goes. On your mark, get set, go. Ali, what's your sign? Are you a Sagittarius or a Capricorn? Everyone laughs except me. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, Ali says, yawning. Mr. Ali, are cell membranes fluid? No, don't ask that, I think. It's not on the quiz. Yes, they are. 3 minutes, 14 seconds, he says, grinning. Time to put my magic to work. Mr. Ali? Yes, monk. Can you remind us of the phases of mitosis? Lucky guess. Mitosis is nuclear division plus cytokinesis, and it produces two identical daughter cells during prophase, prometaphase, metaphase, anaphase. I smile at Hervé, then turn back to Mr. Ali. Only 1 minute left. Mr. Ali, he looks at me, frowning a little. Yes, monk. I go in for the kill. The kill. I know that DNA, otherwise known as dioxyribonucleic acid, is a group of molecules that carry the genetic information necessary for the organization and functioning of most living cells and control the inheritance of certain characteristics, but I am just not sure whether it is in every cell in our bodies. Ali's mouth hits the top of his junky desk. It's like he's just seen the ghost of Tupac Shakur walk by. I watch him while he watches me, wondering what he's gonna do. He only has a few choices. He could give the quiz and 99% of us will ace it because I just gave the class the answers to both questions, thereby ruining his reputation of having the hardest test in school. Or he could postpone the test, save himself the embarrassment, and give us a makeup on two new topics later in the week. Guess which one he chooses? The class goes wild. You would think it was the 4th of July, the way everyone's celebrating. No quiz today. I can see the fireworks going off in Ali's baffled eyes as he tries to figure out how I knew both questions on the pop quiz. Thing is, using my powers like that doesn't feel so great. So after Hervé pays me my $20, I decide it's a one-time thing. Or not. After class. My classmates bum rush me, thank me for whatever I said or did to make Ali cancel. One girl who's from Louisiana asked if I put a spell on him. It's pretty cool to get all the attention, especially from kids who don't even know I'm alive, who don't even know I'm alive. Athletes, cool kids, Angel Carter. Angel Carter captivates me. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it's because she reminds me of Lisa Castillo. Maybe it's because I once dreamt about her lips. Maybe it's because when I see her in the hallway or the lunchroom, it's like watching water in the desert. Once, I even wrote a haiku about her, changing her name, of course, for the school poetry journal. River is a sweet song, and one of these days I will carry her tune. I signed it anonymous. There's one big problem, though. As beautiful as Angel is, she's even more stuck up. So nobody really likes her, except me. We've been classmates since 4th grade, and she's never even smiled at me. Some of the girls in our class say she thinks she's better than us. When I told her what they were saying about her to get on her good side, she whipped her long brown hair and replied, I am. Before I continue, with this memoir, I like to remind you that this part of my life happened at my previous school, so don't try to figure out who's who. Plus, all the names except mine have been changed to protect the innocent and the guilty. Now, back to the story. Swag. I'm standing in the hallway, getting dabs and high fives from my classmates, when who walks up to me but, yep, you guessed it, Angel Carter. Oh, snap. This is the best day ever. But wait, she doesn't look happy. The most beautiful girl in school walks up to me, fast and furious like a wave rushing to the shore. I feel like I'm about to drown, but I don't care because, like my dad said about my mom, she's a stone cold fox. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds pretty cool. Her hair is braided in hundreds of tiny cornrows, so thin you could lace sneakers with them. She's wearing capris and pink high top Converse. Now she's smiling, or smirking. Maybe she's gonna give me my props. When she gets near me, I hear, what a lowlife. Who's she talking about, I wonder? You ain't all that, Monk. I don't even know why everybody's sweating you. You're such a geek, she says. And that's when I realize I'm the lowlife she was talking about. Jeez. Yeah, a geek, says Angel's best and only friend, Carla. They laugh, then, like the tide, go back into the big middle school sea, and I know I won't get too many more chances like this. Last chance. Angel, maybe I am all that, I say nervously. Maybe I read Mr. Ali's mind and knew the quiz was gonna be on mitosis and DNA, and that's why he canceled it. Carla stops, turns around and yells, "Oh, now you got ESPN?" Which sends the entire hallway into raucous laughter. Angel shakes her head. It's ESP, girl. And this is the moment when my entire life changes. Bet I can read your mind, Angel, I hollered, sweating profusely. Jeopardy Part 2. Part of me wishes she'd just keep on walking. The other half prays she turns around. Everyone is quiet. Angel stops, drops her bag, and marches toward my locker, like I just started something. I gotta pee, I hear her say to herself. Excuse me, geek? I know you're not trying to start nothing, she says. I'm just saying, I know a lot more than you think I know, I fire back. Okay, so just because you're smart, you may know all the subjects in school and stuff, but you don't know stuff that matters. If he wore some better clothes, he might be kind of cute. Nah, maybe I do. Sweat drips down my neck. Maybe you should ask me something, anything you want to, and I'll tell you the answer. Angel and Carla laugh real loud. The other kids join in. It's like a circus in the hall, and Angel and I are the main attractions. You want a question? ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy, estúpido? And even though I take French instead of Spanish, I don't need telepathy to know that whatever she just asked me, she ended with stupid. The whole hallway is laughing at me, and she's eating it up. The question. I'm serious, Angel. Ask me a real question. Something I could never really know. And if I get it wrong, I will do your geometry homework for the rest of the month. But if I'm right, you have to eat lunch with me all next week. Geesh. I finally get Angel Carter's attention, and all I can think to ask for is a measly lunch. Maybe she's right. I am stupid though. Why didn't I say a movie or a hug? That would have been real nice. What is he doing? He's kind of strange. I think we used to go to the same elementary school. All right, stupid, if you want to do my geometry, it's a deal. Let me see what I can ask. What a loser. My grandmother was born in Georgia. He'll never know that. All right, monkey, here's your question. What city does my grandmother live in? Wait, city? No fair. You only said the state. Geesh. This is going to this is not going to end well for me. There's like 200 cities in Georgia. I'll never get it right unless Angel, to be fair, you should tell somebody besides Carla the answer so they can prove that I got it when I answer it correctly. Stalling. What a loser. Angel whispers to some boy who's in the orchestra with me. I stare her down and hear it plain and clear. The hallway full of students sings the Jeopardy theme song and awaits my answer. I try to make it look good, believable. Well, let's see. You talk with a little country twang, so it's gotta be a southern state, not Atlanta or some other big city, else you'd be bragging about summer vacations. So it must be some really small town in Alabama or Louisiana that you're not too excited about. I don't believe this. No way. There's no way he's gonna get this. Time's up, geek. What's your answer? I'd have to say Savin. No, I think your grandmother resides in the same city that gave us the godfather of soul, James Brown. She lives in Macon, Georgia. J. The guy who plays tuba in the orchestra starts running down the hall, flashing the paper Angel wrote the answer on and screaming, "He got it! He got it! Monk's right!" People are yelling and laughing. Angel stands there in disbelief, looking like Mr. Ollie's twin. I got that feeling. Angel, is he right? Carla asked. He must have cheated or something. You cheated, didn't you, geek? How do you know where my grandma how my how do you know where my grandmama lives? But how could he cheat? He was standing in front of me the whole time. Tell you what, Angel, since you think I cheated, let's try it again. Double jeopardy. If I'm wrong, I do your homework for the rest of the year. If I'm right, you go to see the new Star Wars with me in Hervé this weekend. I couldn't believe I'd said that, but I was happy I did, and I prayed that my powers wouldn't leave me before I got the chance to seal this deal. The hallway fills with chanting, "Do it, do it, do it." Angel girl, come on, let's get out of here. He's some kind of weirdo. Yeah, she's probably right, but I got something he can't ever know. I'll write it down, but I ain't whispering the answer to nobody either, because he probably can just hear real good. Do or die. All right, Monk, you think you're so cool? But you're a fool. I'm happy to let you do my homework for the rest of the year. Hey, at least she didn't call me stupid. That was progress, right? The hallway is silent. Crickets. When she asks her question, how much did my mom pay to get my hair braided, including tax? She takes out a piece of paper, writes the answer, folds it up, gives it to Carla, and walks up to me till our noses almost touch. No cheating this time. What's the answer? How much? The hall is silent, like somebody just took the last shot in a basketball game. Will it go in? I think we all know the answer to that question. Well, at least I do. Yes. I don't know why this happened to me. I could guess and say maybe it was some kind of cosmic prank or the universe paying me back for so many years of being uncool. I don't know for sure, but it sure felt good and right, and my life would never be the same again. Oh, please don't get this. Please, please. I already told Justin I'd go see Star Wars with him this weekend. I gotta pee bad. I knew the answer as soon as she wrote it. I heard her repeating it and reassuring herself that there was no way I could know. I watched her, looked in her eyes, glassy with fear, and for a second, I felt sorry for her. And I guess the nice, geeky guy in me took over because I leaned into her and I whispered, the end. Look, I like you and I would like to go see a movie with you someday, but only if you really wanted to. And plus, I've kind of already got plans with my Chewbacca crew to see it on Saturday. And you and I both know that Justin would be pissed if you dumped him for me. So I'll forget the whole bet if you do me two favors. Favors? Are you crazy? Wait, how do you know about Justin? I didn't even tell Carla about him. OMG, do you know? I nod, and I can almost see a tear forming in her eye. Yeah, two favors. Favors, I whisper in her ear again, so no one can hear us. Uh, how about a kiss? What? I don't think so. It's either that or I am not kissing you, Monk. Well, then just walk me to my next class. That's it? And hold my hand. Ugh, why would I do a thing like that? I really got to pee. It's either that or we're going to the movies, because I know how much your hair costs, plus tax. So it's your choice. And you probably ought to decide pretty quickly, because I'd hate for you to pee on yourself in front of all of these people. He knows, but how could he know? It's not possible. This is so embarrassing. I back up, walk over to my locker, and eagerly wait. Angel Carter inches towards me like a centipede when she gets so close that her cornrows brush up against my cardigan. I close my eyes and imagine the two of us on some tropical island like Bermuda, and all I can hear is the sound of the cool, calm river and two swimmers ready to dive. Epilogue. In this memoir, I've taken some liberties and added a little drama here and there to keep it interesting. But everything I've written here is true, mostly. Monk Oliver, Mr. Preston's Honor English 7. All right, that was the end of $76.49.